Hold on. I made a good thumbnail for this. File is bigger than 2 megabytes? You're kidding me. Oh my god, it's 2.3. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now we've got that set up. Now to go to my channel. We open up that. Alright, got that posted. So now we pop out the chat, copy the link, custom browser, docs, apply. Now we shut down the Twitch chat. Hold on. And drop that over in the Twitch just in case. Make that a little bit easier for everybody. And then Twitch chat. Throw that to YouTube chat. Then I can do live messages, and now I can actually read what you guys say. Fantastic. Alright, make sure that's all good. Let's clear out the old desk. Alright. I think we're pretty good now. Let's make sure. Open this side. Perfect. 1080p 60 HD. That's what I like to see. Yeah, it all works. Sweet. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, make sure that's all good. Interesting. Fed cut rate this week? Did they? Oh shit, by how much? How bad's the fallout here? Oh, on Wednesday. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like this shit already went through. I was about to say, goddamn. I'm really surprised I didn't see that shit on the headlines. Oh yes, this reminds me. If I open you... actually that won't work. View, open, resources, live. Here we go. Now if I go to my reshade shaders, now I have the ability. Well, not exactly sure this is the smartest thing I can do. I'm not gonna lie, this might actually just end up breaking literally everything for no reason. But let's try to make this look a little nicer, why don't we? Alright, here we go. Test number 1 of Reshade RTGI in classic World of Warcraft. Can we make it happen? Maybe. It's only a 32-bit fucking thing. Okay, it loaded with no errors. No effect files found in the configured effect search path. Oh, okay. Go to settings, configure. Okay. Yeah, so I want to say that's here. Then reload. Okay, it's kinda got it. Okay, maybe that should work. Uh-huh. Hold on, I have an idea. I'm buying more gold today to entice it to drop to 3,600. Hey, I mean, it'll definitely work the more you do it. Very, very true. Okay. Oh yeah, it's just now occurred to me. I very much need to pause the music. As much as I do want to play the music in the background, I know that's going to get the stream stricken down. We do got to be relatively careful with that. Not much, but just a little bit. Loop is a vibe? True. I need to find me some more copyright-free artists. I do be doing a lot of Skyrim music. Actually gonna turn that down a bit so it's not like super blurry. I know it's not the most interesting music in the world, But it's nice to have, like, a subtle background something. Otherwise, it can drive you kinda crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. And those rats made me crazy. I don't think we need that. I mean, it's enough. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. Okay. We try again. We try again. There were errors. To be expected. Oh. Well, there goes our chances for RTGI. But on the bright side, we can still do a lot of... And most of this just did not work. Oh, is this it? Ah, I can actually in real time get rid of all the problems. Okay, well that failed. We can get rid of the bloom. Relights. Sorry, buddy. Both of the RTGIs. Lumia Flow. And then Filigrane and... assuming both of these. And then with both of those gone, that should mean that we have a net 0 errors. Fantastic. All right, what are the odds that this will load? I didn't think it was pretty likely. Apparently, it's not very likely. All right. And we actually got a few. No shit. I guess it does set up quite a few. Luma Sharpen. We got the masks. Debanding. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to enable the launch pad. Is that a smart idea? Probably not. But if we already have everything else configured, I mean... what's the worst that could happen? Oh, wow, we get a lot of stuff. Toddy Hanser actually doing some work there. Really does change the look of everything. All right, all right. How does this look? Oh, yeah. I also need to play out the Bankster. We need to get this dude to level 10 because I got all those Mystic Enchants I was looking for. All of those legendaries that I so needed for my AoE class are now available. Especially the Master of Shadows ones. That actually means that we can finish out our rogue. So we do have quite a bit. We do have quite a bit. I'm also playing some sort of like weird thing. I'm looking to see what bonds do after they cut rates. It's a good question. Don't the higher rate bonds go up in price? Isn't that usually what happens? I could be wrong, but I think that's usually the way that goes. Hold on, give me 1 second. Real quick before we continue. All right. Sorry about that, fellas. I'm back. What's up, Brody? It's Cheese. Yo, what's up? What's the new character for? If we press B, I actually got 2 mythic enchants. And I need both of these. So I need the new character because somebody needed to trade them to me. So then once I add them to the collection, it's realm bound. Then it binds to the hardcore character. If that kind of makes sense. When the yield of a bond goes up, the value of the bond goes down. Oh. Okay. I guess I was a bit wrong on that. Yeah, I'm not very big on the bond side of the economy. I don't really know much. But bonds are the worst place to be, in my opinion. I mean, that's fair, but I also see other people say that it's pretty good. But also, how is everybody doing today? I do hope you guys are all having a super wonderful now, and I do appreciate you guys for tuning in. Of course, since this is YouTube, I can finally do the cringy YouTuber thing of make sure to smash that like button. I finally have that ability, fellas. I finally have that ability. Also, I think I can make it glow at random intervals. I'm not sure how long I have to wait, but I do wonder if I just keep saying like button, like button, like button, like button, like button, like... I wonder if it just keeps on, like, doing the weird animation. At least it works on shorts. I think it still works on here, too. I don't know. YouTube's got a bunch of different, like, freaky features. Channels of Stone's latent powers and echoes of afflicted nightmares. The fuck did I get that from? You got 4 likes, so I guess it worked. Yes! Yes! Ah, yes. Finally, my YouTube domination has finally begun. It starts here, fellas. It starts here. Yeah, but I'm not sure if it did the weird animation thing over and over and over again. It is actually supposed to play an animation. That wasn't just like a ploy for you guys to click the button. That's a genuine thing that does exist. At least I know it exists for shorts. I'm not 100% sure about everything else. No quest for those guys. It could be good for trade, but I wouldn't want to be in them for the long term with the amount of money that we'll be printing. That's true, yeah. Not good in that regard. Definitely not good in that regard. And so it looks like I got 2 there. Strange Flower. Thing over there, and then Spirits of Unrest. We actually do have quite a few things. Okay. Let's gather this flower. Sweet. Vile Familiars, Spiritual Unrest. Okay, so we can do Sarkoff, then Spiritual Unrest, then turn those all in one fell swoop. And then we should be okay? I just gotta find the meanest looking bastard here. Okay, well, at least normally easier. Might need to wait for the respawn. Damn, so many scorpions, but none the one that I need. Oh my god, thank god I didn't get into combat. I forgot to swap to my other mouse. Hold on. There we go, there we go. I'd rather just hold gold, true. That can be a vibe. I kind of just spam that over and over and over again. I'm assuming that lessening the amount of, like, creatures in the area will help. I'm not 100% sure this will work, but it just might. Go on, go after the pet. You don't want me, I stink. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, sure. I'll take a cool-ass axe. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the new mouse, a lot better for this. Oh, I found the big guy. Sweet. Alright, now we jump down. And we're good. Perfect. Yeah, something else I was able to do is I got Liatrix Plus to work on here as well. So that was a big help. Spiritual unrest. Ah. Okay. Bit of a odd quest here, but I guess I've done the peon quest, so it's about the same thing. You? Oh shit. I've seen some posts and it looks like people are buying pre-built PCs, taking the components out, then returning them. They've been doing that since the dawn of fucking PC buying. That is far from a new thing. Very, very, very far from a new thing. They were specifically doing it during the GPU boom as well. That was a big time to be doing that. Okay, with those done. Ah, it does look like these are quests for over here. I do wish I took some sort of travel. Looks like they're taking the RAM and CPUs this time, yeah. It makes sense. Get a bunch of, like, low-tier kits. Buy a bunch of ones that have, like, really, really high amounts of RAM, then swap them out, then return them. It makes sense. It's unlikely that they would see a difference, but it is a pretty shitty thing to do. Okay. Really? Surely I gotta be nearing. I'm only level 6. Because this is just a leveling alt, perhaps it could be a vibe. Let's hit the free store. Go to carts. Alright. The Bangster can now become faster. I think this is going to be the vibe. We're just going to speed run and rocket propel this character. Because the idea isn't that we're really playing this character, they're just sort of a storage alt. But also they have these two things that we like very desperately need, and then we can continue the challenge. That's the only reason we're doing that. Oh wow, that only lasts for an hour. Okay, fair enough. That's actually not a long-lasting thing. Bow. Bow. Oh, I gotta wait until level 10? Oh, that's a bit annoying. One of the posts is a guy that bought the PC, didn't notice that the PC didn't have a RAM or CPU. Oh no. Cooler was just hanging there, bro. That's so unfortunate. I feel for that guy. Certainly feel for that guy. Well, on the bright side, we're pushing for a little bit more XP than normal. Yeah. He returned it, so he's good. That's a vibe. Yeah, sometimes the companies will be really, really shit and won't let you return if they give you a fucked product like that. Newegg got caught for doing that. Amazon got caught for doing that. Practically everybody. Okay. Just gonna keep on slaying. Eventually, I gotta get a new bow. Who the fuck are there fell hunters here? Good. 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 Alright. Yeah, but people have been doing like PC scams and shit like that for a while. There's a really, really cheeky one that people have been doing where they literally will like desolder the actual chip in the GPU. So there's like an actual chip that's responsible for like doing all the actual compute. Everything else is just kind of power delivery in the memory and the internet interconnects between those. And that's basically all the board is really good for. But what people will do is they'll desolder the expensive chip and then basically leave behind the cheap PCB. And then they can basically sell that as a full ass card. People will get scammed. They'll take the money. They'll go and buy the cheap ass PCB, resolder it, and they get themselves a damn near free GPU. It's a scummy thing to do. Super duper scummy. Yeah, you gotta be really, really careful with what you buy now. Especially during the shortage, like, people are gonna try to make off like bandits. I know it's about to happen. Oh shit, I haven't slain all the vile familiars yet. A little bit further on those. Just keep on blasting, keep on blasting. How many more? One more. This one will be my last. And then we're done. Bro, this mouse is so weird. It's like the exact opposite of a Logitech G502. Anybody here has ever used that? You know how it's got like the little side bit for your thumb to rest on? This mouse is exactly like that, but it's for the wrong side of your hand. And like, I understand why, but God, does it feel weird. Not bad though. I'm not gonna say that it feels like terrible or anything. It's just like, it's different. If anything, I think it's actually somewhat of a better design. I have a G502 Hero, yeah. So just imagine not having that thumb rest, but then your other two fingers have a rest.
Great, you got it.
It's a bit odd.
This is my favorite pick. Now, if my peons ever finish chopping down these trees, maybe we can find a nice cave to mine.
Okay, we've nearly unlocked it. Okay, so you're done.
You have done well, adventurer. Although the vile familiars were merely pets of the darker powers within the burning blade, your success against them foretells greater deeds ahead. My divinations
Rank up your spells.
power hides deep within the burning blade coven, guarded by beasts and black magic. It's called the Burning Blade Medallion, and your next task is to find it and remove it from the coven. But be wary, for the medallion may be possessed by an agent of the Burning Blade. And if so,
Oh my God.
power would be great.
That's why I like my red dragon as a thumb rest and all the other shit. No, that's totally fair.
You will find the coven.
Nah, red dragon would have been a vibe, and I was thinking about getting it, but I just wanted an MMO mouse now. I honestly only bought this because it was available now. There was another one too. There was the Corsair Scimitar that I could have gone with. But I'm not gonna lie, the Scimitar has really hair trigger thin, like, mouse clicks. Like, you can so accidentally just click down mouse 1 or 2. And, like, while I was using the little tester in the store, I was like, yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be the right vibe. Everybody was saying to get a Naga anyway on, like, Reddit and shit. A lot of people saying they had issues with their Naga, so, like, it's totally fair, but... Hey, from Norway, dude? My dude, how are you doing, you lovely soul? I gotta imagine, what is it, like midday for you guys? Starting to get to nighttime, somewhere around there? No, that's crazy. Good afternoon, sir. Or good night, good evening. Good now, good now. I think we still gotta stick to the good nows. But yeah, no, welcome into our stream. We over here trying out some new classes, learning some stuff. Trying to collect all these runes that we can. I need about 5,000 of them. We have 1,000. We're a fifth of the way. Yep, the more quests that we complete, the better off we'll be. It only takes time. Oh yes, less running, more rezzing. I will actually need to die. It's morning. I'm up bright and early. No shit. Okay, fair enough. Nice to meet you. Hey, it's great to meet you as well, my dude. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to gather all the XP I possibly can. Maybe not the best way to do it, but the quicker that I can get to like around level 10, level 12, the faster we can be off to the races here. So I'm actually going to go over here. We're going to take a Book of Artisans. And you. It looks like I'm faster. GG's. Give me your book. Book of Ascension says nothing. Okay, nothing to level up yet. Actually, when does Steady Shot pop? How long have you been playing WoW for? Honestly, not long at all. I've beaten my classic character, or my classic hardcore character on the main realms, and I have a level 70 character on retail. Besides that, I don't really have anything else that I've done on WoW for the most part. I was just kind of hearing rumors that they were doing a... Well, first off, Classic Plus is something that's apparently in the works. So I definitely kind of wanted to get into the vibes for that. As well as TBC Hardcore is seemingly maybe going to get an official mode, depending on how the, I guess, current group of people that decide to do the hardcore add-on do in that. If it turns out that it's actually fairly doable, they'll do another hardcore session, and I'm gonna be so there. I'm not gonna lie, there's something about a hardcore WoW that I like a lot. I really, really enjoy hardcore WoW. Maybe a little bit too much so. Maybe a bit too much so, but... Okay, now we can train our novice riding. Oh. Pets, mounts. And now, finally, we can stop walking like a basic bitch. We finally have speed, fellas. Speed, I say. And more runes. We're getting close there, but I'd probably say that I've been playing for like... I don't know, I probably got like 300 hours, maybe? If that. Nice, that's cool to hear. Was wondering if it's a good time to start. WoW's in a bit of a weird place where it is a bit odd to get into it. I would say it is worth playing, especially with like the Midnight expansion coming out soon. I would say that that's a vibe. I'm not so sure about the War Within, but I know that they recently changed their whole starter experience. Awesome, my dude, have an absolutely wonderful night. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. But, yeah, I would say it's a good time. I want to play Anniversary and experience TBC and all. Then no, I would say that this is a good time to play. Yeah, if you want to go through Anniversary and then move over to TBC, that now is a really good time to play, like the official servers. Big vibes on that one. I'm gonna bounce too. Have a good one, my dude. Have an absolutely excellent night. Thank you all so much for being here. Do take care, everybody. Do take care. It's always a good time to start WoW mid-expansion or season or late expansion. Yeah. They give you a lot of stuff to sort of help you out through the game right now, so I'd say it's a vibe. I would, however, avoid retail personally. I don't know, retail might be your vibe. You might be the type of player that like fucks with retail and has a really, really good time with that shit. Personally, for me, it's not my cup of tea. But that is kind of like to each their own on that one. Really notice a difference. Lot of stuff I'll need to fuck around with here. I think I definitely want to move regrade up to the top. Probably clarity. Actually, that's a good question. Can it even see? So if I pull up a display, where is the depth? Okay, so if we look at the depth shader, we can see that it in fact cannot see that. So what if we try reversing? So let's set that to a 1 and apply. That has not fixed our issue. Okay, so we can set that back over to a 0. Logarithmic, maybe. Very interesting. I have nostalgia. I played Hunter to 30 when Wrath of the Lich King came out, and that's all I've done. Oh, okay, then yeah, now is a really good time to get in. Yeah, retail probably not for you then, lol. Yeah, retail's a good bit different. Like, it's really weird. Is mage a cool starter class? Yeah, no, mage is a perfect class to get started in. That's actually the class that I started in personally. I had a lot of fun. I would recommend maybe, well, okay, maybe not for everybody. I guess I might be a unique special kind of sausage on that one, but part of me would recommend trying out hardcore if you're interested in something like that, as that can be just an entirely different way to play the game. Same as what you're used to, and you get to enjoy the whole ride to 60, but you also get to like care about your character along the way, and it's a really good vibe. It's a really, really good vibe. So cool to hear. Thanks, guys. Yeah, anytime. Yeah, anytime. The reversed gives us something. I don't see anything there. I want that chill OS leveling experience, no question about that. Then yeah, just running default might be the vibe. Yeah, hardcore is, I would not say is very chill. It is a very surreal experience, though. You will have a good time in it. Parts definitely for sure. Yeah, I can't get the depth to work. I wonder. GPT was good about this before. I wonder if it can help me fix it here. Adrenaline, right? When you have to face those close calls and stuff. Looks really fun, but I think I need some practice. No, that's totally fair. I don't know. It's where I started personally. That is where I'm a bit of a crazy person though, so do not take my start as what would be best for everybody, but in my case I decided to full send it, and it can be a very cool experience. It can be rather awesome. Let's see. I wonder if I can find what I was looking for here. Getting off topic, but perfect. So I can pull this, and here we go. Yeah, you could end up in moments like this. To be fair, I feel like everybody else has pulled out all the good moments. So you can really experience it in real time. In this case, I can't really understand what he's saying, but he's saying something about a target dummy. That's basically an item from the engineering class that you can put down to help you run away from mobs. Oh yeah, there's also another thing people are doing, ultra hardcore. I think I might try an ultra hardcore run. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I might try it. After watching Zaryu over here play the shit out of it.
Say when invite.
No.
Yeah, let's see. Let's find a crazier one. Oh, that dude full out died. Oh yeah, he's staying to fight. Don't worry, he's got this. Come on, man. War stomp. Let's see a war stomp. Actually, I don't think he can war stomp. I think that's a Tauren thing. Oh yeah, this dude's fucked.
I'm dead. No way, dude.
Oh, the pain.
What a
And now you can watch it in full compilation form.
Attack him.
I've actually been here,
You attack him?
I think.
Yeah, where are
I'm
you?
not on your layer. Fuck. Invite me.
Like 90% sure I've been here before.
This could be bad.
Oh, this could be bad. Oh no.
Oh, I'm
I didn't
polymorph.
realize I.
Yeah, bro, these are the worst when they can sheep you and
Not
shit.
good.
Oh no, dude. Is
Oh,
there, like-
no.
Dude, you gotta run.
Oh, you poor bitch, no.
Yeah, just run, please. Try to get out and like invite
Oh
me.
no!
I already invited you, babe. What do you mean?
Hit the potion! Hit the potion! What are you doing? Okay, okay.
Where the fuck are you?
I got layers.
Just keep on running. Just keep on running. You just gotta hold off 10 seconds. Don't you dare try to fear. You have 10 seconds on that timer. They aggroed the mage. It's over.
No, no.
It's over. The moment the
Oh my
mage gets
God.
involved, it's over.
I'm so fucking sorry, dude.
Right? Like, these are so goddamn entertaining. $127 gold on the character, that poor guy. He was probably self-found too. Self-found means you basically can't trade or buy off the auction house. Or use your mailbox. Basically, it restricts you to, like, being your own person. You can't rely on the MMO aspect of the MMO. I've never been a big fan of the self-found thing, but the current WoW that we're playing right now has it built in. Oh, you lose the gold too, of course. Yeah, no, you lose the whole character. Yeah, the moment you die, the whole character is gone, dead. That's it. That's the end of your story. I personally think that it is a bit too much for a lot of people with the amount of time and stuff that they put in there. I low-key feel like the best medium for a hardcore challenge would be if Blizzard got involved and they made a semi-hardcore challenge where when you die, you lose all of your stuff. Drops down on the ground, and maybe even after a certain point, it can be lootable by other people. Right? It's hardcore, it's a bitch, and that shit'll make you fucking rage.
I vanished!
you still get the same rush because you don't want to fucking die. But it does save people the harsh reality of having to go all the way back over and then that. Their solution is that they transfer you to the regular realms. Yeah. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. Their solution's all right. Their solution's all right. But I feel like if you were going to do like a long-term, like hardcore scenario in a Classic Plus world, like that would be how I would do it. I don't know. That's the best way that I can think of it because it's not so harsh that I think people would like outright quit the game forever, right? When you lose your 60 character, that's some shit you might never boot up again. And I can understand that. You put 300-400 hours and the whole character's gone. That sucks. On the other hand, you know, you get max tier 3 raid sets, stuff like that. You get pretty mad when you lose it all to some rando that ends up just stabbing you in the back in the middle of like the arena. At the same time, it also makes things really cool because gear's really fluid now. Now having this cool gear means something, you know what I mean? You can't just be a high level and you have good gear because you're a high level. Now you're not only a high level, but you're a high level that didn't die with any of that good gear. Or at the very least, smart banked the shit out of it. It also means banks would be so much more useful because you would have to start storing up your gear sets, right? Anytime you start swapping things out, you need to start throwing in previous gear sets. That way, when you die, you can pick up a previous gear set and it's not the end of the world, right? Like, you'll be significantly underpowered for what you will be, right? You'll be far behind where you need to be, and it'll require a lot of extra grinding to get back to where you were, and even some out-of-the-box thinking, because, like, you can't just do your own level content anymore. You have to do stuff that's beneath you, that your character would otherwise never do. But why would you do it? Because it drops the gear that you need. The gear that you can no longer get by just killing your mobs. Thus, also increasing the population of, like, players up and around the world. Which means the world feels lively. And a more lively feeling world is a better MMO. You can have an MMO with 1,000 players and 10,000 players. But if you never see those 10,000 players, the game will feel more dead than the 100-player game that you can see all 100 of the people. You know what I mean?
We are in trouble.
I feel like that's what went wrong with retail. In some ways, retail is almost a solo game until you get to the end game. When you get to the end game, it becomes very team-based because then you've got like dungeons, mythic raids, fucking like the whole world really starts to open up to you in that regard. But like, you'll never remember the people that you run with for the most part. And that part kind of sucks. That's what I kind of like about the server that we're running in right now. So we're running Ascension. So Ascension is kind of a unique take on WoW. There's a couple different servers. We're currently playing on the free pick server. So free pick basically means that we're able to actually choose from like all the different classes that we would want. Right now we can't. We're in a mode called build draft. So this is actually currently our build. So we're the arcane gunslinger. Essentially, the idea is that we get far enough that we get arcane missiles and like a bunch of stuff that amps our arcane missiles. And then essentially we can just start like blasting shit. Oh, I see. I heard a lot of people didn't like the Kata Classic because of like the changes and stuff. I'm gonna be kind of honest. I kind of liked Cataclysm. I'll be honest. I didn't get that far. I only got to like level 30, and there were boosts going on. But I did like it. I did actually like it. I did kind of like it. To be fair, I didn't do any of the end tier content. I never played Cataclysm before. I don't understand everything that it changed or all of its features, so I can't give a high level opinion of it. But as just like a random dude that was playing it for like a couple levels here and there, I really like Kata. I think they did great with the leveling. I think they did bad with the world design in Kata. I think that's really the problem with Cataclysm, is it kind of made the world emptier. I think that's when you could start flying around freely, like everywhere that you went. So like the amount of times you'd be like running around a place and you just see some high level dude like walking around, or like even just like a normal person. Like if I go over to like I don't know, if I go over here to a very, very starter place, there's a good chance I'll actually find somebody. Even though there's less than 1,000 people on this server. As far as I'm aware, there is less than 1,000 people on this server, but I could probably find somebody over here. Not guaranteed, and I'll probably be wrong. And actually, now that I look at it, I'm definitely not going to find somebody over here, because this actually isn't a city. This is the battlegrounds. This is really cool. This is some of the custom like classic plus stuff that they do. So this is like a fighting arena for the horde that you can do. So you go talk to this guy over here, and he'll arrange a fight, and then you got to go and fight like different combatants that like range up in difficulty and stuff. I don't think we're necessarily strong enough to do this, but I will give it a shot.
Blood and thunder.
Okay. If we do die, that is actually low-key a good thing, though, because I do need to die for the Ascension runes. Less running, more rezzing. Yep, that'll only give me 250, but any amount's a good amount. Alright, Low Fang. Back away, shoot him in the back. Look at that shit. I'm an excellent fucking hunter. Hey, okay, that's another new thing, is these things called Adventurer's Cache. So you open them and they give you some pretty like current gear for what you're running. It's not perfect gear, it's not always for what you want, and that was actually a cool mount. I learned the Dire Wolf. Boom. Early retail, it's just dungeon spam to max. After that, with M+ and raids, you get guilds with, or who will build you up and shit on you. Seems to be the case with Ascension too, honestly. Yeah, maybe. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, in this case, I got a couple, got a bit of help from the guild. They tossed me these 2 mythic enchants for free. It cost them like 200, or no, like 300 gold to get, but they were like totally chill with it. So I'm going to be activating those on the main character wherever possible. Might take us a bit, but we'll get there. Let's see, Mystic Enchants. I'm at 1,600 out of the 5k that I need. At the chat, asking for MS leveling. Lamel, what is MS leveling? Can somebody explain to me what MS leveling means? Oh, Mana Storm leveling. That's actually what that is. It's Mana Storm. I'm stupid. Yeah, so once you get over to level 10, you can do this thing called Mana Storm. And the Mana Storm is like an ever... it's kind of like playing a CRPG. Yeah. I forgot. Honestly, I might never lose this. Easy. I am simply that good. Another level. We are now level 9. I think there's one more from him. It suggests that we use 2 players, but I basically have 2 players, so this will be fine. So I gotta wait till level 10 before I get my advancement. So you can see he's like actually giving us like a full-on like thing. I should probably make a new wildcard character and run the Mana Storm. I don't know. Yeah. Mana Storm is really, really fun. Especially if you like dungeon running. Because you don't really gotta rely on anybody else but yourself for it. And there is a bit of scaling at play to make it a little easier on you. So they'll do the right damage, but they have severely less health. Damn. Bye-bye, Corpse Smasher. What's up? Okay. Level 10. 2 new things. Big axe upgrade right there. Those guys are like very, very into the screams. I think I'd enjoy Mana Storm if I was more focused on cleaving the trash before bosses, like running through Stratholme. Yeah, it is pretty fun. You can really just gather up the whole dungeon in one pull and murder them all for the XP. It is a really, really, really solid way of going about it. Okay, there we go. Reached level 10. Now I can work on ranking up my spells. I guess I still haven't gotten a rank up. So that's the key that I'll need to focus on for that. So let's try that out. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to get the hang of this mouse now. I'm starting to be able to do this shit barely without looking. Just purely on feel. Because I want to see how much DPS I can do with my Cleave Dragon, Hour of Judgment, and maybe another channeled AoE. That's fair. I've heard that the Hour of Judgment scales really well with holy damage, by the way. I don't know if you're interested in upgrading that shit to be a lot crazier, but do upgrade your holy damage, as apparently it scales linearly. I was talking to the dude that runs the guild that I'm in. That dude is like a knowledge compendium, I guess is a good way to put it. That dude knows practically everything, and it turns out most of the tooltips that they give us are kind of wrong or outdated and haven't been updated. So that it's something to take note of. Definitely worth testing things, seeing how they work, checking damage numbers and stuff like that. All my spells damage types have plus 500 damage. Huge. Okay. So I do need to die. I think I can pick a profession. I think if I go over here to Book of Artisans. What do I want my other guy to be? I gotta run. Got inspired though. Might start later today. Well, my dude, I wish you an absolutely wonderful now. Thank you so much for being here, and I do hope shit goes amazing for you. I don't really know if there are any specifics outside of talents. But even still, my talents are just plus damage plus crit chance. Fair. I might as well go Jewel Crafter. There we go. Uh-oh. Well, now we're about to figure out what I got. I got Alchemy and Jewel Crafting. What excellent picks. But the belt's kind of nice. Where am I at? Nearly 2,000 runes. I mean, it's not bad at all. Huh. And it already gives me access to some of those runes. That's nice. Okay. I should probably start grabbing quests. I'm gonna need those. Yep, just need a couple more quests. Ah, come on, one of these times it has to kill me. Okay, so it looks like there are a bunch of quests I can grab over here.
When we arrived, the Razormane Quillbores possessed much of the land and proved a thorn in our
Perfect.
Through our
Have a great stream. I'll check in some other time. My dude, I super appreciate you being here.
in some areas. It has gone on long enough, however. For our own protection, we cannot allow the Razormane any hold in our lands. Their camps can be found to the west of here. Look for the brambles, and you will find them. Today we drive them from Duratar tomorrow.
Okay.
From all of Kalimdor.
Oh, wait, I actually am level 10.
Of Kultiras encroached on Duratar, violating the War Chief's pact made with Jaina Proudmoore in order to defeat Archimonde years ago. The human aggression was repelled and Tiragard Keep fell. But recently...
Welcome to the Mana Store. I don't know how far you plan on going, but good luck.
Who disturbs this sanctuary? You look pretty strong. Listen, my good friend Kargal needs some new recruits for Barrett. I know you want to do what's right for the Horde. This is your chance. Take this
I don't think this is gonna work.
and see if he'll sign it.
Don't worry, I'll save you.
To be fair, I guess jumping in at level 10 wasn't the greatest vibe in the world. I got me 250 more, though. Huge. Alright, let's try that again. In a few minutes. Well, I guess we give it a bit. Alright, well, we'll kill these guys. And just keep popping. Sweet. All right, just a lot of sending these out. Nice. Bunch of those guys moved. Okay, how are we looking? All right, take number 2.
Welcome to the Mana Storm. I'll be your guide on, well, not really. I have no idea how deep this thing goes.
Wow. Getting wildly unlucky here. $92,000 health. Oh, grab those hearts. Okay. Okay, couple more. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Another 250 runes.
Considering how much those scarlet
All right, and then these, of course, should give me some runes. Finally, some basic enemies. I'm not quite sure what that was. Aspect of the Hawk. I mean... I might as well. I've always wanted to beat the Scarlet Monastery. I guess this is a fair way to do it. Cool. Sorry, did you just heal? Okay. Oh my god, this bastard and his fucking self-heals. Okay, I'm starting to think that it does not, in fact, scale them. Oh my god. Okay, just keep on swimming, keep on swimming. Grab the Book of Ascension. Oh, that did not actually beat our quest. Okay. And back to you. We're getting some good levels now. Okay, nice. Inventory full. No, it's not great, but I'll still take it. Ah, cool. I did get actually the regeneration shit. Okay, that should be okay. And this should make the rest of this rather easy. And we just gotta get a little bit through so we can get that initial bit of runes. Once we get a certain amount of runes, that'll allow us to progress. We did get a cool schematic. But that'll allow us to progress. We need about 10,000 runes in all fairness. Realistically, I would be fine with just 4. Or, my bad, 5,000. Not 10,000. And that's our guy. Oh, it's that fucking chaplain again. Okay, big ups. Come on. Oh my god, so much shit. Okay. And now we are back to normal. Yeah, those diviners are almost more annoying than anything else. They just like fully regen all of their allies. Okay. Oh, okay, so he's got like a fire nova. Sweet. And gets us a little bit further. Yeah. Hey, there we go. Okay. This dude's got some fucking abilities here. So many ads. Okay, he's dead. Perfect. Looks like I also learned greater heal. So that's kind of cool. Not quite sure if that worked. Alright, couple more levels. How are we looking? We're at 2,700. We are so close to where we need to be. Now I should be a pretty good solo heal god. Oh wow, I died really fucking quick. Jesus. Okay, well. Death ejected me. Ah, there we go. Looks like if I complete any battlegrounds whatsoever, I get a couple more. Oh, that is not what I wanted. You know what? This is a good time to die. Come on. Come in, everybody. Help me gain what I need. I need death. And I need death now. Oh no, I've made a very poor decision. Ah! And return me to life. Oh no. You receive 500 runes of ascension. Brings us up to 3,769. Hey, look at that. It actually gave us a couple more runes as well. Yep, we're all just building towards that final rune. Once we get that legendary, shit will change. I'm not sure. Dungeon Finder. Cool. Did that. Path to Dungeon Finder is done. Didn't get us any closer on that, but I'll still take it. Where does that put us? 4,119. That's actually incredible. So now I should be able to go to Wardra, or actually no, Vanity. Oh, you know what? It's gonna be in here. There we go. Easy travel. This is about to make our life so much easier. You know, I guess there is also the small problem that we do need an altar. Hmm. It might be a second before we find an altar, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, maybe? I hear casting. Bro, what a legend! Thank you. Oh, here it is. Portable mytho. Okay. Saved a collection is 5,000. Says I'm level 25. Perfect. Just saved ourselves 5k right there. So Frost Bomb, save to collection. Yes. Boom. So that gets saved. That gives us 2 more, which basically pays for itself. Can't add Master of Shadows yet. So 1 gave us 11. So 10 times. That's 2,500. Let's try it. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Come on, a little bit further. Did you not get the Celestial Observer 30-minute cooldown altar? Nah, I didn't go with the big one. I went with the small pack. I think I only did the 100 one. There we go, Mystic Extract. Saved a collection. And there we go. If we now look inside of here, both Frost Bomb and Master of Shadows are now collected. It was a big ask. It was a really, really big ask. I'm glad that we got it. I guess you can also save runes like that too, the ones that you don't have. At least until you get over to level 10. But that did it. I've got a bit more, so... Oh, well, goddamn. Requires the Hand of Gul'dan. Your wild imps from the Hand of Gul'dan are now overcharged with fell energy, causing them to deteriorate over time. This fell energy causes your wild imps' critical strikes to reduce the cooldown of your Hand of Gul'dan by 1 second. The cooldown of your Hand of Gul'dan... Oh, wait. And restore 3% of your mana to your summoned demon. This effect can trigger once every second. Casting Incinerate or Mind Blast causes you to have demonic persistence. Sacrifice your wild imp with the least health dealing 261 to 325 fire damage. Empowers your summoned demon, increasing the damage done by 20% versus creatures. Stacks up to 4 times and lasts 20 seconds. That's kind of huge right there. I mean, we might as well. Living Bomb. I'm going crazy right now. What the fuck? Of course I'm hitting so many on the character that, like, isn't the hardcore character. Green. Another green. Another green. He took it. He took it in the last second. Oh, it didn't reforge. We got no idea what it would have been. That could have been yet another gold. I mean, not bad though. Tree of Wrath seems to be... I think it's a healing thing, but it also does a bit of DPS stuff. Demonic Persistence, I really don't know what that's for, but it's some sort of like demonology summoner build. Gets me up one closer to being able to do that. Well. Come on. Anybody else? Shit. Well, worth a shot. We're at 4 silver. On the bright side, we can now actually see what things cost. Like Bazaar tokens going for 808 gold. Huh. Bunch of summoning stones. Bro, they got so much shit. I searched Death Knight Glyph. Okay. Nothing crazy there. Oh, hey, look at this. Now we can actually see all the cheapest stuff. Actually, a good amount. Oh, really? A lot of these end up being cheap as shit, apparently. A lot of these I'm going to end up needing to go for. What if we go with Elixir? Elixir of Detect Demon. We go with potions. Most expensive potion is somehow a lesser healing potion. Bit odd. Somebody selling Titan Scrolls. This'll tea. We go for bags. looks like they're just filling it with bullshit. Armor, weapons. What if I wanted a new bow? Now that's what I'm talking about right there. Those are some prices that'll put some hair on your chest. Night Elven bow looks kind of cool. We can do guns, wands. We look up mounts. Riding turtle is kind of crazy. Wow, those go for a lot. Jesus, people really like their mounts. Yeah, it looks like Rat Stallion for 7,500. Some snowballs. Oh, you can actually get a cockroach pet. That's crazy. Runes of transmogrification. Bunch of weird gems. Here we go. Nothing but mystic scrolls. There's actually quite a few of these. Nothing that seems too crazy, but still. Ah, there it goes. Apparently a couple of these are the most. Frostforged Rune of Retreat goes for insane amounts. Bizarre tokens. People really like this stuff. What if I want an altar? Right click to consume this scroll to summon an altar. So it is 54 gold. Jesus. And you gotta farm up yeah, 1,200 gold, 1,100 gold. Holy shit. What's something else that would be a vibe? Alright. Some dude asked over there. Everyone can obtain tier 1 meats and leathers now. I'm not against that. Do we still not have an altar? All this waiting, but still no more altars. Come on, give me my altar. Over here begging like a peasant. Really should have just gotten my own altar. But on the bright side, now we can play our main characters. So once we get Nightfall, we should be able to throw on this, and then that'll allow a bunch of crazy shit to happen. And Frostbomb over here is going to make our AoE mage just a little bit better, apparently. It's not super crazy, but it is nice. It basically just gives me an extra AoE bomb spell. Cast it on somebody, wait for the group up, set it off. All is good. And then when I deal damage with Frostbolt, Bolt, Cone of Cold, or Deep Freeze, I trigger a wave of freezing ice, dealing frost damage and slowing enemies in within 10 yards by 30%. When the effect ends or is dispelled, the frost bomb detonates, dealing damage and reducing enemy movement speed by 60. So that's gonna be the big thing. That's basically gonna be how I slow people. The improved blizzard and stuff like that, that's definitely gonna be a vibe as well. I guess I should look into a few other ones as well. Alright, let's see what we can find under improved. Nothing crazy. Nothing that I'd want. The blizzard is nice, but I already have it. Yeah. Actually, speaking of, what happens if I just type in blizzard? Concentrated blizzard reduces the mana cost of blizzard. Oh, it's 5 gold. Yeah, okay, so there's only 2 different things that actually affect your blizzard. That's unfortunate. Cone of Cold has the cooldown. And the mana cost. Cooldown, mana cost. Critical strike damage. Okay. If I do Frost Nova. Critical strike. Mana cost. Increase the bonus scaling of your Frost Nova ability by 3%. That's not terrible. I'm not rich enough to be able to do that yet, but... Give me just a moment. Okay. Not much, but now we're up to 40. Now, if we look over here, critical strike damage, bonus scaling. Increases the dispel resistance of your Frost Nova ability. Reduces the threat. Critical strike. Mana cost. And that's the scaling. Yeah, so Brutal's a bit out of my price range. But I could get the scaling. Yeah. So, I mean, looks like I can, yeah, just go for these. Concentrated is just barely out of my price range. But that's still pretty cool. There's also still the fighter, the wizard, and stuff like that. I'm sure we'll put into a build like that soon enough. Alright, I guess we are off to our original character. So we can log out of the bank character. Everybody can now use it. Wow, you bastard. I mean, I guess I kind of do need to re-roll these. If I do, I can keep another. Come on. Shearing pain, I mean, it's alright. Tree of Wrath, demonic pest or persistence. I don't think I'm gonna keep any of those. I have one mystic extract, which means I can take practically any of these that I want. So let's look for legendary. And yeah, we're gonna be looking for these mystic scrolls. Oh, actually, hold on. Hammer of Justice we can find. Hammer of Destiny, Bloodforged. Oh, it's not actually something I can find. Fair enough. If I just type in Frost. That would work with that. Casting Frost, yep. Frost Reap. I accidentally muted myself. That would be big. If I could get Stay Frosty, that would be huge. That's way out of my range there. Warding, and then Fingers of Frost increases your chance to trigger Fingers of Frost. That could be nice. Not sure that's super worth it. And we could do the scaling. Increases the hit chance of your Frost Shock ability. I mean, I think I might just need to take the scaling. And it's not huge, but like, I'll take it. Okay, that's a little bit more. At least for now, as much as I would like to keep one of these, because that is kind of nice, I am going to save the Focused Frost Nova. And now that means once we start to get enough, we can start to throw those in. So 9% bonus scaling. Not sure that really helps a lot, but we do use Frost Nova a lot, so it would be nice to have some increased scaling. Alright. While that logs out, give me 1 second, fellas. I'm going to use the bathroom, and we'll be right back. Alright. I've returned. Hey, look at that. The bankster's already looking a little nicer. No longer just a random character sitting in the abyss. Okay. Sure, we don't have much. But what we do have is gumption. Yep, 60 runes of ascension. That does seem about right. Well, once again, our runes have gone all wonky. Not sure exactly how to fix that, but it was something about swapping back and forth pretty rapidly. There it goes. Yep, so the idea is that we'll move Frost Bomb right over there, so you need 3,500 runes or 75 gold. Honestly, we're pretty close to that 75 gold. Yeah, because there's not really much that we can do. The LP items would give us 500. That would give us 1,000. Another 1,000, but that requires activating said legendary enchant. The World Forged we should already have. I have already done that, but that we can't do. That would require dying. So we are in a little bit of a conundrum. Going to need to do quite a bit of questing before we do that. So what's that? Assuming we get about 250 per. Be what? 8, 12, 14 quests? Yeah, okay, so we do 14 quests and we'd be able to do it. Although more likely we'll get the gold. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I can get that gold before. I do actually need to start running over. Let's see, we need to go over to Dust Wallow March. And that is where we start off our wonderful journey. Definitely a good start. Marsh. Mud Sprocket. I think we were here. Nice. Could also fuck around with this if we wanted to. I'm very, very, very happy that we could have gotten Leatrix working. Gotta get them Drakes. I do need to get the Drakes, you're right. Bit more taming on that. That should be pretty good. Apparently, there's also like a tame demon ability. Not just like the temporary enslaved demon, but there is like a main demon that we can get. They're pretty crazy when it comes to AoE. There's apparently quite a few of them. Drakes are a good one, though. Go away. Alright. And now, we wait. Come on, game. I don't know anything about demons. Might make a demon slaver next run through wildcard. I have a few summoning stones from the seasonal store, yeah. Definitely a vibe. Apparently they're pretty damn strong. Although they don't really get super strong until you get to the TBC content. That's when you can start enslaving your own. And that's where you can start to choose the really crazy fuckers. It looks like the high-risk cache has actually been taken. Little surprising. This would be a good area to go. Yeah, this whole area is actually just filled with things that I could very much start farming. Yep, and this will be the area that I'm actually farming. Oh, we did find a rare. More Theramores. Then once we're down here, looks like I'm not too far from here. Loot unpopped Dark Mist Eyes from the Dark Mist Spider. So let's actually pop these. So I am gonna need the buffs. No, I need a Dark Mist. There's also 4 Summoner Stones in the store itself. Fellborn Overfiend, Ice Flame Overfiend, Shadow of Zervius, and the Floating Head. Neat. I want to fight the spider. Oh, no, they are melee. They do, in fact, root, though. Okay, now we rest. Sweet. These are not the perfect AoE farms, if I'm gonna be honest. They get a cape, though. 8 intellect, 7 strength. A little bit better. Does lose me 3 spell power, 2 hit rating, and 2 haste rating, though. How many of these spiders could I likely pull? It's a good question. Something else that I'm super duper hyped about, though. Fucking the new Fallout season comes out like any day now. Super excited for that shit. At least the last Fallout season was great. If it's even half as good this time, I think it'll be fantastic. Oh wait, where's my dragon? So we'll actually click on both of those while we just single target. Set you to defensive. And some regen. Fuck a poison, never heard of it. I might be able to pull in more, but these guys hit pretty damn hard. Nice. Nice. Yeah, they do stack poisons, though. It is rather rough. Otherwise, it's very, very easy to pull 3, even 4 of them, I'd say. And we just keep on going. We're at 16 so far. So 4 more. 3 more. Actually, 1 more. I guess I didn't really realize that, but yeah, I guess they would drop multiple. Cool. Now I go speak to somebody. A lot of guys with a root here. Do want to be rather careful. There is a rare here. Where? Oh, where? Hey, there he is. A rare elite. How bad are rare elites? I just might be able to do this. Okay. Okay. Okay, definitely a little sketchy, a little sketchy. And it didn't really drop me much. Apparently, he dropped this 7 spell power. So I'd lose the mana gains and the cloth armor gains. But I gain 7 spell power. I don't think that's worth it. Good kill, though. Okay. I'm sorry. Fucking heart sank there. Sorry, it wants me in here? But if I start attacking these guys, I'm in PvP. So I have to attack these guys? I'd fight them. In fact, I think I'd even win. But the problem is enabling PvP is a problem. That is a lot, though. Um... I mean, it's telling me to kill them. Okay. Still in PvE mode. Nothing's really seemed to change. In fact, that guy was actually pretty normal. Okay, just keep blasting. Ah, look at that. Tabard of the Theramore Sentry. Oh, neat. Cool, so I got some of their actual unique gear. Okay, let's regen just a little bit. Don't want to pull the whole tower, but definitely want to start getting through. Okay, just keep on blasting. I might hate this. Okay. So now I can work on blasting this one. It's a very, very, very slow push. Honestly, might be slower than I need to go. But I'm willing to do it. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we very, very quickly drink. Come on, mana. Yeah, I'm gonna reconjure the mana agates. Alright, I feel like you should be doing more damage. Maybe. I don't really have anything spec'd into Frostbolt. Most of my stuff is into AoE. Okay. Okay, and then one more. There are more girdle. Half the intellect. Huge amount of armor. I mean, most of my damage comes from various spell power gear I've collected. You're just running like agility, crit chance, hit chance, or something. That's what I was running on the other one. On this one, I'm just kind of running int, spell power, spell penetration. Pretty much about it. Ah, I see. You're the person. Son of a bitch. I've started up a... Oh, no. Cool. And no PvP flag to speak of. Just a little bit further. And we should be able to speak to this guy. I think he's in the little hut.
How are you? You got the eyes. You got the eyes. Tasty, tasty spider eyes. Some eyes. When you stare at them, they stare back. Eat those last. They keep you company. Out in this world, I have Cuddington.
From Razor Spine. I mean, it's not that far. What's your spell power at? Not super duper high. I just don't think. Looks like I'm at 240. I think. Oh yuck, is this Ascension? It is indeed. And I wanted to give Classic Plus a go. And this is what I've come up with. At least until the UE5 Turtle Well drops. Or maybe, just maybe, we might get the Classic Plus from Blizzard. This is the bastard. I don't know how you're casting Frostbolt with that much spell power and not hitting like 600 damage per cast. Got no idea. Got no idea. Yeah, honestly, for most of this, it's a bunch of I don't have any idea. That's the Melee Murloc Island I showed. I bet. Fuck it. Let's run it. Alright. How can we do on an AoE pull? It's gonna be a really, really bad idea. I can already feel it. That's a lot of Murlocs. Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of Murlocs. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Well, that was quick. Well, it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. Alright. Fuck it. I guess that means that we're out of the hardcore challenge, but it is not all over from here. I'm still probably going to finish out this character because we've got maybe about 10 more days until the drop of UE5 Turtle WoW. And we're also going to be doing that shit as well, so I guess we shall keep up. Let's see, 10 minutes. I see. So we're basically a wet, useless noodle. Yeah, I expected that when I saw you run in like that. Yeah. I thought I could do it, in all fairness. It's been pretty big resist the whole way through. I'm not exactly sure what broke down. Oh, you know what? I think my buffs gave out. I think I pulled that without the buffs. That might have been more on me than it was on anything else. I probably should have run, though. All things considered, I probably should have ran that, but I kind of figured I'd get them to run just before that would happen. I kind of thought that the blizzard damage was pulling that through. Well, it was a good hardcore challenge, fellas. A wonderful attempt. The very least, This means I finally have access to the rest of the goddamn game. Finally, I can actually run dungeons. You guys have no idea how painful it's been not to be able to run dungeons. I would actually take that. 12 strength is kind of crazy. I guess you can go and try to train that level 42 elite. Yeah, I guess I could. Yes, I think I'm finally gonna do what I should have done this entire time. I'm gonna go and solo RFD, or RFC. I'm gonna see if I can finally do it. I've had a sneaking suspicion that it would have been possible. I wonder. Nah, not much. So we're gloves? Wait, really? Yeah, the only one I could actually really queue, I guess, is Sunken Temple. I don't think that's really gonna change much. Yeah. Alright. All the way over. Let's go try to solo this dungeon. Onwards we go. Alright. %10 increased Mystic Enchanting Altar speed. Neat. Okay. This time, let's do what we probably should have done there. Buff ourselves up. We're gonna rest. We're gonna drink up. We're gonna summon in our Drake. And now we go. Okay. They're level 15 elites. They're not exactly anything to be worried about. Oh, yeah. No, I can mow through these guys. Barely even an issue. Oh. Loot bot. There we go. Oh. Take you out. Okay. You still got 5 minutes of noodle strength? Oh, shit. I didn't even realize. Yeah, look at that. I learned a new World Forge thing. See, it's stuff like that this is a vibe for. Requires one of these 3 stances. So now my stance can get like a supercharge. I can now like actually improve the stance. And that's a free apply too. Okay. Now, before I was rudely interrupted, using Devastate now also sprays acid at a target at a 10-yard cone in front of you, dealing nature damage, and applies Borer's Acid. 3 nature damage every 3 seconds and further reduces the target's armor by 5%. Yeah, I mean, I don't really use Devastate, so unfortunately that's not super useful. At least not now, that's not super useful, but it happens. Okay, yeah, so all of these guys are these. They do still get rooted, though. That is good to note. Yeah, I really could have soloed this entire dungeon. There was actually nothing stopping me. I'm still gonna do it. There we go. Alright, rain down hellfire. Melt them in a pit of acid. Okay, let's actually regen. Actually, let's do a big regen. Yep. Still gotta wait just a little bit and I'll be able to cruise. Alright. What are the odds? I knew that was gonna happen, god damn it. So let's blink into you guys. Oh, fuck, he unleashed. Jesus Christ, how many more movement debuffs do you need? Okay, we're good. Alright, big dungeon pools, still scary. Dungeon pools are very, very scary. Okay. Back to sitting down. Actually, whoa, wait, what am I doing regenerating my mana like a fucking peasant? There we are. You're no longer weak. You could probably do the big pool now. You think? Let's see. A bunch of trugs down there, but we can grab like 2 packs of them over here. Come here. Perfect. Oh no, very, very easily. Very, very easily. Okay, big drops. There we are. All right, back we go. Fine leather. And not much more I'm doing there. Okay. I see one shaman out of the whole bunch. Should I grab all these guys and then meet back over by the shaman? Really? Sweet. All right. And back we go. Yeah, no, we're actually kind of a savage out here. We have like less than 0 issues. And they actually drop pretty good stuff, all things considered. Even though they're under-leveled enemies, they're still dropping the same stuff that they should. The unfortunate part is that I cannot complete the quests anymore. Fish oil, Murloc scale. Fucking voice crack. Don't need you, don't need you. That's a bit lower level. Yeah, so I guess they do still just have all their normal drops. At least the highest level normal drops that they would have. So I remember this was the area that we pulled and died before. So just out of sheer curiosity. Yep. Barely even an issue. I really should get a travel form. Molten Elemental. Doesn't even care about me. Yeah, I'm after the boss. I think he's somewhere around here. Okay. This is where shit starts to get difficult. Okay, I thought the boss was gonna be over here, but I think the boss is up there. Nice. Starting to use that Kona Cool a lot more. And then I think this guy is one of the bosses. Oh, he is actually immune to that. Okay, really, really big damage. Not gonna knock me off. There we go. Achievement earned. Rage Fire Chasm. Is that the only boss? I don't think so. I think there's a good few more. He did give me a cursed Fellblade, though. Alright. There's 2 more bosses deeper. Checks out. Let's see, what do I got? Oh, I still haven't leveled up. I mean, I know I'm not in the right sort of place to do that, but still. Okay, let's bunch you all up. Inventory is totally full. Start getting rid of these. Damn, some of these are just nuts. Yeah, so dungeon gear is definitely amped up a bit. Do. Nearly. One decreases spell power. I mean, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't pull this entire area all at once. Okay, so sorry, Mr. Dragon. Okay. Hey, I got that Stay Frosty one. Oh, nice. That's actually huge. Yeah. That actually somewhat changes things. Walks right by me. Ah, this dude is also a boss. And one more. Another world. Not exactly sure where that one went. Sweet. Requires a world forged key. Oh, that's a mistake. Keep on blasting. Okay. Thank you, buddy. Where was that other weird one? This one's realm bound. Oh, did we get a realm bound Earthborer's Acid? Yeah. Figure it out later. For now, let's get rid of some of these useless items. And I'm not quite sure where to get a world forged key. That one is a bit beyond me. But I think that's all of Ragefire done. Actually, I'm going to change that. We're going to go over to Ogrimmar. You know, I do wonder, if you change your spell casting haste, does that change the rate at which you cast your Hearthstone? Low key, that could be some pretty good tech nobody's really caught on to. So we're at 460. We did do the dungeon diving. Gets us so close. At the very least. Yep, we can do Stay Frosty. Yep, so we have one after our spell misses, so we gain a 5% increased hit chance and spell haste. One that increases the power coefficient of Cone of Cold. Blizzard. One that increases our dodge. That one's kind of big. And then now I guess we will randomly be getting a 6% damage increase. Oh, that dude's doing some wild shit. Did not level up yet. But when I do, I'm going to want these, I think. Yeah, I guess it makes it so that it counts as if people were frozen, maybe? Oh. That'll be 25 gold. I am happy to boost just a little bit. So what was that? Frost Nova? Yeah, I mean, our Frost Nova isn't really great. It does 40 to 46, but it roots them for 6 seconds. I do wonder if the bonus scaling means the time, though. Very interesting. Next up, though, I gotta get Frost Bomb. Can only be done with the altar, and somebody took the altar. Yep, it is gonna take a little bit, so let us hit the Mana Storm.
Welcome to the Mana Storm. I'll be your guide on. Well, not really. I have no idea how deep this thing goes.
Yeah, so these guys are dungeon mobs. Oh, that's huge. Oh, what the fuck? I don't think I was supposed to be getting that. Okay, just gotta start throwing shit out. Okay. Oh, huge. 7 spell power. It is worse in a lot of ways, but 7 spell power and 6 penetration is huge. And then this, I'm just going to be saving that. Look at that. Haste rating, attack power, and then I get these things called sockets on it. I have no idea what a socket is yet, but I now have my first socket. Reduces the threat dealt by Kona Cold. Feel like that would be good for dungeons, but not much else past that. Then these are meant for level 50. Yeah, I definitely was not meant to find that chest, and it looks like there's another one right over there. I don't think this is the guy I was sent to kill. Actually, you know what? That should just demolish. Okay. You know what? That's a good enough pack. That should do it. Big level up potential. Okay. Nice. Not filled on stuff just yet. Looks like there's a few guys up there. Ah, I see. Okay, so that is the guy that we want to kill. I don't think it's going to allow me an easy travel up there. I don't see many more chests, but if I do find any, I'm totally taking them. Okay. Okay. I think they're hitting me with just arcane missiles. And restore a little bit of that. Come on. Just a little bit more. Alright. Back we go. Alright, big drops. Okay, pop the big heals, grab 2 more of those. Okay, we're getting somewhere.
That's how you clear a room. Great job, team.
Oh my god. Okay. Who are you? Oh, I know you. Okay, so I'll pop all of those. And then drop a storm on them. Now, back with all of our mana. And then we just keep them blasting. Okay, just gonna regather up all that mana. I keep forgetting Blizzard is actually like wildly good in those. Okay, a little bit more mana. Okay, going straight back over for it. Okay, gotta be careful. We've gotten her down pretty low here. And that should be the first checkpoint. And then I can finally be... max level. Alright, big ups. Okay. So now... gives us all the runes that we needed. Fail out of there. Claim our free bonzo bolts. It does give us, or get us at least a little bit closer to just getting our own altar. You can just buy an altar after you do a certain amount. Go over here and then... Does take a while though. Okay, I got some wild shit here. Yeah, I don't think I can trade that, but that is a wildly good set of gear. For a helmet too, nonetheless. Okay. Can I get an altar, please? Come on, somebody. There's always one. Maybe. No, but I got a picnic. Well. Okay. I respect it. No, I respect it. Okay. I don't think we're getting this altar. You know what? Hear me out. There is a very, very good chance this whole altar thing just isn't happening. Could try finding one there. I think there's one out in the world. Yeah, I think we're fucked. Well, shit. Alright. To the Torrin Mills. I'm like 99% sure that I saw one on the map. Yep, right over there. So basically just travel this way and never stop. All right. Just keep on going, keep on going. I'll see Summer get his Drake eventually. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. And I'm thinking the right move might just be to power this guy over to 70. Just so that I can gather all the cool shit. And then I might honestly just re-kickstart a new character so I can go back over to hardcore. That way I can use all the mystic enchants. Might honestly use the Bankster. We could make the Bankster our next character. Be interesting. Brand new build, already uses its own mystic enchants. Albeit it's not in the official hardcore thing. Show. Yeah, it'd be a self-imposed challenge. But it means that I can group with people. It means we can actually use stuff like the dungeon finder and stuff like that. I probably will end up pissing people off with that, but it is what it is. This is also a hotspot. Level 40 Archmage. I'd take you on, but I don't really want to. A Mystic Altar? It is. I see. Weren't they complaining about you taking your time a few days ago? Yeah. It's because everybody really likes their XP boosts on the server. They're really not about that resolute challenge life. To be fair, it's not quite resolute. It is still about 300% overall. Which is, I guess, closer to like Cataclysm. But yeah, no, they run like prestige mode stuff, so the prestige mode gives them like plus like 3 to 6 to 800, sometimes over 1,000%, depending on which one they're on. And then they're wearing full like heritage gear. So the full like heritage gear is like another fuck ton of crazy shit. It's like, once you start stacking all those XP boots, like, I was talking to that one guy, that Cylor guy that was talking to me there. I was talking to him over in the Discord, and he was like, yeah, like, in the time that it took you to get those 3 levels, I actually just finished a 1 to 70 run. Like, that was it. That was my hardcore challenge. I beat it. I was like, oh. Okay. Like, oh, okay, that's cool, bro. Like, I respect that. I do. Definitely respect that, for sure, for sure. Damn, I can't still put that on yet. What could we put on? We got Stormbeam. This one would be good for a later one. Reduces the threat of Kona Cold. That's Arcane Explosion, Arcane Blast. Elune's Fury. I like some of the ones that I got. I got some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I don't understand wanting XP boost. I don't know. I tried talking to them too about it. I was like, oh, okay, well, like, surely you guys, like, run dungeons. You guys got groups for dungeons or anything. And it's like, nah, like, they enjoy running solo dungeonless. It's weird. I mean, like, I moderately understand it. You know, it's not like I'm gonna say that, like, I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. People wanting a different experience, I guess. Like, I understand the wanting the kata style leveling. Like, if I was gonna do Classic Plus, I wouldn't do full-on kata leveling. I would do, like, 20% reduced kata leveling. Yeah, like a 20, maybe 30% reduced kata leveling. What did I just do? Okay. Well, I did a thing. At least even optimized retail leveling with dungeon spam is like 5 to 8 hours. I mean, I don't respect retail's leveling grind at all either. I don't know. For me personally, I think the enhanced leveling stuff is kind of mids. I've thought about this pretty hard, right? And like, if I was gonna do my own Classic Plus, like if I built my own server or something like that, I would want an experience that is something along the lines of the Burning Crusade. I might even pad it out and make it a little bit slower. Like, so the idea is you want the game split into 2 sections to cater to both people. Because at the current point, if you were to just straight up like cut retail or anything like that, or cut any levels of support for it, like I feel like the game would kind of go up in flames. I don't think that's the right vibe. But I feel like you know how everybody in retail says the game doesn't start until you reach the end game? Like, that is something I have heard very consistently from not just one person, but from a lot of people, is that the game in retail doesn't start until the end game. I almost wonder if you could make the leveling experience here, like the slower, you know, more classic feel where you get to learn the world, learn the quest, you get like more basic skill sets, more basic abilities. There isn't so much to really learn and understand and like really put your brain to. It can just be very chill, very monotonous, very understanding. But then after you reach level 60, either maybe you reset your character, or maybe it becomes like a hero class, or something along those lines. Maybe it's some sort of like an awakening, or whatever it might be, But essentially from there, you start to either be able to level up or start over as like this hero class character. So you would essentially unlock a brand new bar. Hold on, I'm getting attacked. So you would unlock a new like slot in your hotbar, like a whole new tab, like a whole new row of keys. And the idea is now you get to learn all these new crazy abilities. And that's when you would actually have to start dealing with like the retail understanding, if that kind of makes sense. Because I feel like that could work out pretty well, right? Like, ideally you would want to keep a lot of that stuff in there, right? There's no reason to toss it all out. But I feel like it would be a good intro just to get people like into the game and stuff. Because, like, by the time you're done... Oh, yeah, we really do need to just, like, sell everything. Yeah, because, like, by the time that you're done, you should have a good enough understanding of how the game... Okay, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, come on, Classic Plus. Official Classic Plus. Save us. But, yeah, I mean, realistically... Oh. I've been disconnected from the servers. Ah, there we go. Alright, we're back. We're back. But yeah, I would keep like the slower, like 300-ish hour slog. I'd probably fill it up with like a lot more quests and stuff to tie in with future events. Maybe then make like the rest of it kind of like through the normal bit. Or maybe even just make it a 1 to 80 slog. Shit, take it all the way through Wrath of the Lich King. Because I know a lot of people really do like Wrath content. Like, that's kind of why they did the Wrath ability trees here. Speaking of which. Frosty fingers. Okay, so we've done most of what we need to do here. Got a lot more quests we need to do. Beat the first 5 levels will give us a few more. So many things. We'll figure out most of that later. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a perfect example. That dude's like fully decked out in heritage gear. Yeah, random low level. Let's inspect him. Yeah. Damn near full heritage gear. You can see that it's like, I don't know. A lot of people prefer a very speedy leveling experience. They don't want to put in all that time. Which makes sense. It definitely makes sense. I definitely feel like for a Classic Plus, there needs to be a way to speed level alts. Like, I feel like the... I feel like maybe for every character that you get to 30, you should get like a speed leveling slot or like an alt slot maybe, where you can like level an alt at like 200% leveling, just so it's a little bit faster, and then you can like go throughout all the other stuff maybe. I don't know, leveling's definitely a weird part. Maybe you could even have people choose their own leveling experience. That'd be interesting. I will state Subdued Mistress from the seasonal tree is a pretty insane AoE demon you can have. Nice. Yeah, I don't have access to the seasonal anything. This isn't a seasonal server, so unless I unlock it on a loon, it just doesn't work. Something else rather unfortunate is that it's rather difficult to get all of your shit to sync. Although the dude that runs the guild was telling me that there's something I can do. So I think I'll probably just try glitching a character, and then I can move all my vanity stuff from Area 52 over to Elune. And then I might honestly just continue off of the Elune character again. I mean, fuck it. We got limited time, so, like, better to kickstart off of somewhere that we are. Chances are I might not make it over to 70 by the time that Turtle WoW starts. But Turtle WoW is where I'm going to take it seriously. This was really just more dick around, try to learn as much as I could, kind of have fun with it. And I do enjoy my time with it. Honestly, I'd play this again too. I think once I start to do this, I might still play it a little bit, but I think Turtle WoW is really going to be the main thing because it's going to be more akin to like real classic. I prefer the leveling to be slower so I can do all the quests in each zone. Yeah, no. I definitely want to be able to do like all the quests and stuff in every zone and stuff like that. I feel like that's nice. Especially in like sort of like the starter areas, it's really cool to be able to go out and then have those quests lead you elsewhere. I feel like that's another thing too, is it's kind of hard to like find the leading quests that like lead you to the next zone. They're very missable sometimes. I hope that for Classic Plus they do something to sort of even out that sort of range there. That'd be very nice. Like I want to have every zone of the same level to be able to go to the next area. Oh, have to go to every zone of the same level to be able to go to the next area. I mean, that might be a bit much. I kind of understand where you're going through, but that might be much. I like the idea of needing to complete a zone to move to a next zone. But with how many zones there are that are samey levels, that makes that rather difficult. But if you had different quest lines that would like open up multiple more zones, and then it would give you like a spanning quest that kind of like let you choose where you wanted to go, right? Like, quick, adventurer, we've heard that there are 2 attacks, one in Mulgore and one in Thousand Needles. We need you to choose which one you want to go to. And then you tell them which one, and you know, at the end of the day, you can go and do both. You know, nothing's stopping you. It's just like a sort of a leading quest, and then that takes you to where you want to go, and then you can continue from there. No reason we shouldn't have like sort of choose options. It's 2025. I feel like that's totally okay. Honestly, I feel like having choice in some of the dialogue options and stuff for like what you can do in a quest would be really cool. Yeah, imagine if there were certain quests where you could actually choose between doing like a gather quest, a kill quest, or a fetch quest. You know, instead of it just being like every single time it's the same quest, sometimes you get like a little bit of variance with it. And then, like, playing through them, you can learn which one's the fastest, and that adds in a whole new tier of stuff. I feel like it's that light sub-gameplay that really elevates it, too. When there's, like, that level to it that you can, like, learn sort of, like, beyond the veil, I guess. I feel like that really helps build atmosphere to a game, because it's not required to know that. Like, your experience isn't in any way decreased because you didn't know, like, which way was that fastest route. Because it'll still take you through an enjoyable route experience regardless. And you'll be able to go wherever you want. But with the knowledge, you could gain just that tiny little bit of a leg up. Not much, nothing that would be, like, insane, but, like, if you were going for a world record, you'd probably pick it. Complete Elwyn and the Dwarven area, then going to Westfall, then Loch Madan. That could be fair. There should be quests that deal with both zones, and then you can just click the teleport button to go back and forth or something. I don't like the idea of a teleport button, but I do like the flight zones. I think a flight master is a good idea. Hear me out, though. I've had an idea. What if you use the dragon flight technology that they've already built? And you made it so that when you did a Flight Master, you could essentially play like a dragon flying minigame, so that if you were to do everything perfectly, you could technically travel faster than like just the default flying speed. Gives you something to do if you're kind of just bored sitting there waiting on your shit to travel. Maybe you gain a little bit of speed, or you just let it sit there, travel at the default speed, nothing changes. However, if you're bad at dragon flying, it could also be slower overall. A little bit of give and take, you know, a little bit of a skill thing there. Allow the players to choose, though, in the same way that in retail you get the mode that lets you choose with the little ability. I would like have a little option that allows that. Maybe when you talk to the dude, there's a little like checkbox. But I feel like that could be a vibe. There's really no reason that couldn't be a thing. I wouldn't add flying as like a main thing, right? Like you shouldn't be able to hijack the flight and then travel wherever you want. Okay, actually, hold on. No, actually, you could do that. Hold on. What if flight masters, instead of taking you specifically over to a village, would give you a buff that allowed you to fly for a very limited amount of time? Just enough to make it over to another zone, not enough to travel all across Azeroth to your own whim. Right? Like, you could do it to, like, fly to a quest, but you wouldn't be able to get back without walking all the way back there. Right? And that's assuming that your quest is even within range. And then you could make, like, little flight points that help you travel across the cities, giving you, like, a little bit of extra time if you farm them. But only while you're in the path. Say, like, once you leave the path, you gain a debuff or something like that. That way it's possible to use them for whatever you want, and you kind of gain the coolness of flight, but without the same drawbacks that, like, flight gives to the game. Because once you introduce, like, free flight, you rarely ever get to see anybody walking around, right? Like, you can go to pretty much anywhere, and, like, you'll see a person fly in, grab the quest, and fly out, and that's it. I feel like Dragonflight zones really had that issue. They felt really barren and empty. I mean, might as well try the next dungeon, huh? Oh, wait. No, we were gonna sell. Sell. Nope. Ah, it's a sword. Don't need that. I can actually use those. Whoa. Yeah, those are a vibe to equip. Sell that. Yes, please. Rune of Opening. Okay, good amount. Dragonflight was more about letting the players fly early into the expansion than walking around like prior ones. Yeah. No, I understand what they were going for, and, like, I liked it. Like, I think I kind of like what they were doing in Dragonflight. I especially like the mechanics, but I feel like overall flying did kind of ruin the game. I feel like flight, or rather free flight, should be something reserved for, like, end game players. When you are doing the final raids of the game and you're like, you've basically beaten most of the other world, I feel like it's fair to have people fly around because by that point they're barely in the normal areas anyway. They're usually waiting, gathering up a group, and then you'll see them start to walk down over to the areas and stuff like that, and you might get to see a large group walk over there to start doing a big raid. And that's about the extent to them. That's actually a huge one right there. Yeah, Wizard's Cone of Cold will change quite a bit. Let's see, I did actually get a few other things. Spell power 7. Not worth it over the current. That's not worth it, but still gonna keep it. So this thing, spell power 6. Oh, but this also does give me a 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, this one's a 9 spell power overall. 3 int, 6 stamina. It's not huge, but an extra 3 could be big. So I guess I can actually sell that.
The war chief's commands without question. I am Horde. Gaze upon the enemy person. See what the might of the Horde reduces even the most powerful of dragons to. All that oppose us shall meet a similar fate.
And that's a no. Oh wait, no, no, that's literally what we were just looking at.
Out the war chief's commands without question. I am Horde. Gaze upon the enemy person. See what the might of the Horde reduces even the most powerful of dragons to. All that oppose us shall meet a similar fate.
There we go.
I am he that carries out the war chief's commands without question. I am Horde. Gaze upon the enemy person. See what the might of the Horde reduces even the most powerful of dragons to. All that oppose us shall...
Okay. Big ups. How are we looking? Not bad. We're up to 1,473. Still don't think that'll be enough to equip. I think I need 75 gold. Rather expensive. I don't think I really got much that I could sell to get that gold. Not really much on that front. So I guess really the only thing I can do is the dungeon finder for an extra 250. Could do the LP item for 500. I think I need one more mystic enchant. And that would give me 1,000, but might be rather... I mean, actually, I could do it for free. Yeah, I could pop that one on for free and gain an extra 1,000. Spirit Orb's kind of nice. I do wonder. If I was to go Dungeon Finder. Oh, did that do it? Sweet. Would I even get anything? Answer is no. Although I could tank. Yeah. Can go back over into the Mana Storm, though.
Let's see how far you can get before you're zapped, squished, or worse.
Yes. Oh, there's no way they fear me. Okay. Big saves. Huge. Pop that guy. Grab some supply crates. Those give me the holy water. There's also a secret boss here, too. These Crypt Scarabs keep giving XP. Okay. And one more. Fuck yeah, I want a world forged thing. Maggot trap. Teaches you maggot trap. Place a trap that will release several maggots, yeah. Okay. And then this guy is the hidden boss. He also guards a bunch of these supply crates. There's really not much in them, but they do give you quite a bit, so... yeah, might as well. And then that other side. World Forge Scroll, you're a solid crate. Stealth, you turn into a crate hidden to all but the most observant adventurers. Also prevents movement since you have no legs. So I can play Metal Gear Solid. That's pretty sick. Nothing I'd really want. Ooh. Spell power by 9. Not worth it. That should be okay. And honestly, I'm just gonna start pounding this dude. Okay, so slowness does not affect him. Just a little bit more. This should be a full level. Alright. Not quite a level, but free kill. Oh. Okay. Oh, look at that. Another supply crate. Wait, do they respawn? Oh, nice. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yep, so my frostbolt. Looks like everything else is about the same. Okay, pull the whole area. There we go. Anything else out this way? I don't think there is, but on the off chance. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to free items. Definitely think a boss of some sort is supposed to be in here. Yeah, nobody that I can see. Let's get out of here. Right after I loot these. Alright, let's get out of here. 1 kill should do it. Gather all of you. Send you a clip of my gnome's first AoE. I just made the character to fuck some demon summons I collected. Oh, to fuck with some demon summons. Fair. Now we just keep on blasting. And we're out. Laughing Skull. Okay. Okay. And fuck it. That was worth a shot. Okay, more damage. Oh my god. Chill, fellas. Chill. Hey, there we go. Okay. Leave once again. Yeah, so, I mean, we got a bunch of shit. I get absolutely nothing usable. Okay. Well, on the bright side, bunch of cool looking items. So, at least there's that. And we collected a bunch of new runes. That dude's wearing Ashbringer. Rather, the corrupted variation. Yeah, that should definitely be a quest line inside of the Classic Plus. Some way to purify it. Honestly, I think they had the right idea with also adding in the Legion weapons. I feel like Legion weapons, low-key, would have a pretty nice place inside of Classic Plus. Like an endgame for the endgame on top of the endgame. So after you're done, you've beaten all the bosses and stuff like that, the final quest, you do it, and then you can gain these weapons that can level up with you. That's kind of cool. Well, I mean, I guess not level up with you, but I guess weapons that you can then continue to farm stuff with. Gives you an endgame for your endgame on your endgame. And then besides that, I feel like transmog's definitely got to make a return. Maybe it should be transmog, but only personal, maybe? Optional. Yeah, I mean, I guess give people the option to disable other people's transmog. I feel like that's a fair thing, too. Being able to see exactly what people have equipped I feel like is a nice thing. Sort of gives some actual feel to what's going on. I also do not like that like skills and stuff get maxed out. Like just automatically. If they do a classic plus, I do hope for skilling just the way that it is. I don't know, on one hand it was moderately annoying, but it was kind of nice to just be able to do stuff, to be able to like level up random skills. It also meant stuff like getting hit was low-key kind of essential. I will go check out this clip, though. Nope. That's weird. I like watching small number turn into big number. Yeah, me too. I like watching numbers go up for sure. And I feel like there is a little bit of a problem with too slow of leveling for that. Like, if you're not giving players enough stuff, there isn't enough progression. So maybe instead of like going just straight for the levels, maybe doing kind of what these guys do with the horizontal progression is a vibe. Yeah, this video just isn't loading for me. Oh, it's loading. Oh, we're good. Alright, let's see this big AoE pool. Okay, you got some casters. Oh, that's kind of crazy. What the fuck? Was that you or was that the demon? That's actually super sick. Yeah, I like the idea of some new classes coming in too. I'm not exactly sure what, but I guess some of the retail classes would be kind of nice if they could add in as like classified versions. Like, I feel like you could do a monk. Low damage, but they attack a lot just with their bare hands. They're really, really good at dodging, but they don't really wear armor. I feel like you could do that. They just wear like a bunch of regular clothes that give them basically no armor whatsoever. But they gain like super crazy attack power. Demon has an AoE every 2 seconds, has an aura within 10 yards, a 2-second cut. Jesus. Okay, so for the next character, I'm definitely going to be doing that. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, that'll be a vibe for sure. Yep. You'll need the seasonal subdued mistress summon stone. Ah. That might be a problem. In that case, I might not be able to get that. Yeah, I'm gonna ask the homie, the dude in the guild, how he does that glitch thing. And there should be a way that I can merge my character over to a loon. It's like a really, really cheesy way. So he said something about a 5-step process and something about like disabling your character and then like making a new character with like the same credentials. on the other server and then like re-enabling the character and then like it like syncs it somehow. Some shit like that. But if that's the case, and I can get all my A52 stuff on a loon, I think all I need then is the seasonal unlock and I'm good to go. And that way I can get like my book and stuff like that. And then I can do the free roll stuff. A loon's power scale does seem to be a little bit higher than Area 52. This one does seem to be a bit more grounded. I do kind of like it though. Free pick is kind of nice. Definitely kind of nice. I do miss the old Elune though. I swear, there used to be systems in Elune where you also had to base a little bit off of the talent essence. I think it was something along the lines of you rolled and stuff, but then you could get rid or unlearn some of the things. Yeah, you would use these scrolls of unlearning. That's what they were. Yeah, you'd be able to get scrolls of unlearning, and then you can unlearn certain things, and then you could pick what you want from there. That was something you used to be... Actually, it might be something you still can do, in all honesties. Let me double check. There was something that I did learn that you can do. Let me pop back over onto a loon. What time is it? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's 6 o'clock. Oh, shit. Oh, double shit. Oh, okay, fellas. Well, that's it for tonight's stream. Alright, full stop. Alright. No doing any of that. Alright, good night, everybody. See ya. Sleep well.